My name is Karen Wade, also known as Gray Owl. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now. I guess like videos like this. So in this video, I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say video. Please excuse me, I'm still learning how to be on camera and not jabber. Is that a word? Jabber. I wanted to do this video on Easter Sunday. And I'll just tell you what it is. I'd like to do a 1 or 2 card reading, whatever the cards tell me, reading from my Self-Mastery Oracle deck in honor of ya boy Jesus, Christ Consciousness. If you're not familiar with Oracle cards, I myself am also trying to familiarize myself with this Oracle card deck. The author is Amanda Ellis, and artwork is by Jane Delaford Taylor. Sorry if I mispronounced that. On the very early morning hours of Easter Sunday, I actually did my own reading with these cards, and I'll just share what those cards were. Anyway, Oracle deck. I'm gonna just put the description in below because I'm not gonna do a great description of what Oracle decks are, other than they can help you receive guidance, answer questions that you might have about really anything. So the 2 cards that came to me on Easter Sunday, this one just flew out of my hands. This is Holy Anger Be the Change. And I'll read what that is later, but I'm just sharing what messages I got. And then also the second one was Sisterhood, the Feminine Way. Just a brief description, I guess, of the first card, Holy Anger Be the Change. What I got from this was to channel your anger. Anger is a healthy emotion. It's necessary. Channel it towards the things that you care about. You don't need to be self-destructive. And I've had to learn that and still am. And then Sisterhood, the Feminine Way. To call upon Mother Mary and Jesus's wife, Mary Magdalene. I know that can raise some controversy, but Jesus was married to Mary Magdalene. So this card was helping me. It showed me that call upon the spirits of Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene when you need feminine, motherly love and guidance. Sorry if I'm rambling, but anyway, so what I wanted to do now, thank you cards for that. I wanted to do like a general card reading, I guess. This is a very special deck. It is a non-denominational deck, so you can be of any religion, no religion, whatever, and receive guidance from this. So let's get into shuffling the deck. And we'll rearrange some things here. We can edit this out. All right. Okay, so here we are. Now this is just a general reading. Well, actually, it's kind of funny. Earlier tonight when I was brushing my teeth, I asked Jesus to be obviously a part of this reading. He's on the cover. It's great. This is a, so what would Jesus, also known as Yeshua, what would he like to be the main message of this reading? What would he like viewers and myself to know right now, I guess, Like I said, I wanted to do this Sunday, but all is well and perfect timing. And it's just play. So we're going to shuffle these. We're going to call upon Jesus. What is a message that you would like to let the viewers and people know? And I'm also learning that you don't even really need to talk, everything that you're thinking. It can come from the heart, so. So one card came out, and we'll see if there's any other cards that we want to. I'm smiling because I've received this card before. This one just came up, so we'll do two. We'll do two cards. We'll just leave these out. We'll just leave these right here. Okay, so the second one that popped out, this is card number 4, Joseph. Fathering and responsibility. I've received this card before, so let's go to the 4th. I'm not going to read the whole thing because you guys don't want to hear my voice and just reading a bunch of words. All right, so this card. Joseph reminds you of the soul contracts that you choose before incarnation, relationships you were meant to be in, tasks to do, work you were meant to fulfill, and how you were destined to serve God in many ways. It may now seem daunting, impossible, or even unfair, but you are reminded that everything in your life is a teacher, and it is here to serve you in one way or another. This may be through growth, finding skills or qualities that you never knew you had, or deepening your sense of self-respect. Or it could be by a challenge and providing endurance. Our mission and soul contracts can also be what bring a great sense of satisfaction and accomplishment as well as joy. So, if we look at Joseph's story, he was a humble man and he was asked to do a very extraordinary job, and that was to parent Jesus and raise him, to watch him grow and to educate and steer him, and to ground him in a family setting. Joseph was also aware of Joseph was also aware, too, of Jesus's greater heavenly Father that Jesus had to answer to as well. So he served diligently with no sense of his life having been derailed, instead realizing that the unexpected arrival of Jesus was Joseph's life's mission. Joseph illustrates how to get grips as you can see in the illustration. He illustrates how to get grips with life's twists and turns, the parts of the story that you can't see coming, but that you need to face with grace and head on when they arrive. So with this card, with Joseph and the fathering and responsibility part of this message, you are asked to you are asked to reflect on the roles in your life, the soul contracts that you have with other people. This can include family members, business partners, friends, or clients. Our soul mission contracts can feel like an uphill climb, a mountain that seems impossible. So if so, call upon Joseph and ask him for help, ask him for guidance. He offers practical guidance and spiritual support. You may be nudged towards a course or a person with the right skills to assist with. That has happened to me. For example, childcare. Not me, but in general, like what the book is saying. House maintenance or any aspect of daily life. Joseph offers solutions and logic with hands-on approach to look at the details, time scales, and resources. Very fatherly tasks, or whatever, if that's how you want to say it. Joseph wants to remind you not to panic, but to break. I need this message. He wants to remind you not to panic, but to break tasks down into manageable chunks, taking time to go through life with care, presence, and a steady footing. Time maintenance. Last bit of the reading here is, in a digital age, Jesus too. In a digital age, Father Joseph asks you to notice the trees. Notice nature, notice the flowers and the animals and the branches reaching up to the sky. Notice that the roots go down deep into the ground. Like when you're walking by a tree, or looking at a tree, just realize you're not seeing the entire tree. There are roots down, which is interesting because father energy can be very grounding, like Joseph is trying to explain, I guess. The illustrated purple hair streak butterfly, I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see the little butterfly. Basically, he's just wanting you to notice that. It's a little detail that you kind of have to look for, you know. I didn't know this, but this is interesting. The purple hair streak butterfly is found in oak trees. So this must be an oak tree. Yeah, you can tell that's an oak tree. And a whole colony of these types of butterflies can be supported by just one tree. That's pretty cool. They are seldom seen, but spend their time in the lofty heights of the tallest branches. Their symbolism being to soar but remain grounded, surrounded by kin and tribe. So that's what the book says about this card. So I hope that resonates with you. Definitely resonates with me. All right, so let's do the first card that popped out. I'm not sure what it is, but we will. Card number 43. All right, so this card, discernment, truth and clarity. You may be faced with an issue where discernment is key and you need to figure out whether something is true, applicable, or aligned to your own beliefs. It may be something you have read or heard or seen, but be careful that someone else's opinion or opinions are not distorting your own intuition and or wisdom. Sorry, I'm trying to cross my legs. It's more comfortable. Our body's hunches and gut feelings are wonderful barometers as to whether something or someone is good for us or not. However, often we can be swayed by what others are doing or saying rather than following our own instincts. You may also have a dilemma that leaves you confused or uncertain, and not having all the information you seek. So ask for a sign. Ask for a sign for what needs to be revealed, to be shown to you. Ask and you shall receive. And sometimes we ask for signs and we think that we have not been given an answer, but we are always given an answer. It's just we might not be paying attention. So when you are asking for a sign for something, you can also ask for help to be open to that sign. Does that make sense? That might not make sense, but if not, just let me know. So sometimes sometimes what we have to face is uncomfortable. This can be anything about like our own behavior, weaknesses, or wounding. We may not want to face our grief or destructive patterns or habits for fear that it might consume us. We may be unable to make difficult decisions, even if doing so will ultimately free or help us in the long run, or other people too. We may also be blinded to someone else's faults, cruelty, or insensitivity, as well as being afraid of saying what needs to be expressed, or disengaging from what we know is wrong, calling the elephant out in the room. That is not a comfortable thing to do, but that's what, this card can be about, is sometimes you have to be, well, you don't have to, but if you're nudged in that direction, say it, even if your voice shakes, even if you're scared. We can ignore moral and ethical aspects that require attention, focus, time, and action. We can turn a blind eye to collective problems, such as our material consumption and the planet's needs, because we feel we can make little difference. Yet if everyone turns away, nothing will change. And there's a quote that I love. It is by, Edmund. Hold on, I'll look at it and then I'll put it down below. Nobody makes a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could do so little. I love that quote. And that's kind of what this paragraph is talking about. New Earth is born by new paradigms and us caring enough to weed and take care of our own backyards, figuratively and literally, as well as our minds too. So let's see here. When we take off the blindfold to see what truly requires attention, we may at first be overwhelmed. Abso-freaking-lutely. When you take off the blindfold of things that when you take your blindfold off and you see the things that need to be seen in order for things to change, it could be anything from a global perspective to your own life. But I'll give the example of how much we consume as humans. I'll throw this example out. I work at a hospital, okay? And I hope this is okay to share, but it's true, okay? I throw away so many things, like, because I am housekeeping. And I clean rooms, and there are and just me, like, by myself, I have to throw away so many things, you know, like the things that are in the room, I have to throw those away. Even if they're not used because of cross-contamination. You know, they can't like think certain things that are unopened, like a shampoo bottle or like a bar of soap that haven't even been opened. I have to throw those away. That adds up. That's just one person, one day, a month. So basically what I'm saying is it's overwhelming to see that, to know that. And I'm still just doing what I need to do right now, you know? So I see the amount of things, even working in a restaurant, so many plates that still have food on them are thrown away. That is overwhelming. That, I have a hard time with that too. So I got sidetracked, kind of, sort of. It kind of ties into it. Like, I took the blindfold off. It's hard to see that. So for me, I need to make little changes in my life to help that. Like, whatever those are, you know, I need to pray about that because, anyway, so let's see here. I'll start over from when we take off the blindfold to see what truly requires attention. We may at first be overwhelmed, but our eyes soon adjust to new frequencies and ways of being. We've learned that through practices and new ways of being, we discover we are always supported. So that's when I can call in and ask for support. This card can also signify uncertainty in showing who you really are for fear of being judged or ridiculed. Stand strong and be seen. Know that you are held as you become more of who you were born to be. I love that. In doing so, you help others find their courage and strength. We should remember that walking in Christ consciousness, so high frequencies like Jesus. It is not about turning our gaze away from what is problematic. Jesus mixed with people whom others rejected, refusing to abide by unjust laws and norms that deemed them outcasts. That's what I love about Jesus, is that he just hung out with the people that people just judged and hated and, you know, were rebellious. And he didn't care. His conversation with a woman at the well shows him unconcerned that she was drawing water alone. Having been shunned, the woman was shunned for having 5 marriages. Nor was he concerned about interacting with the Samaritan, being himself a Jew. He saw the woman for who she truly was. He didn't have on, since he had no blindfold on. In this and many other incidences in the Gospels, he showed the importance of bearing witness to a person's potential, goodness, light, and beauty. We do that best when we can look past transgressions, mistakes, someone's humanness, and see their soul by their eyes. This is also repeated, but interesting. You may have a dilemma that leaves you confused or uncertain, not having all the information you seek. So again, ask for a sign for what needs to be revealed to be shown to you. Signs can be anything. Signs can be anything. I put the card down. Signs can be anything, such as seeing a random feather. Feathers are a great sign of like angels are near, or that you're being listened to, you know, that it can mean different things for different people, if that makes sense. Signs also can be anything that you give significance to, such as number sequences. A very common one is 1111, 1111. That's, you should look that up into what that can spiritually mean. It's quite interesting. All of those can imply a code or a meaning that you may personally be linked to, if that makes sense. So yeah, thank you for listening to me read that. I'm also learning this deck in the book, you know, the different descriptions of the cards. So yeah, those two. I hope that those resonated with you in any way. So yeah, thank you for being here with me. Thank you for the guidance, Jesus, and your father, your earthly father, Joseph. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything, you know, I don't know everything. I really don't even know anything. So you can always ask me, and if I know an answer to something, I will answer. But I'm just, you know, doing this for fun too. You know, so for a while I've been wanting to do like card readings and stuff, but I have to really resonate with a certain deck. I have a few other decks, but how could you not want this one? I mean, just like, I don't know. Jesus is super cool. And so is Mary, his mom, and his wife. So, and I say that because that'll be another topic for another video. But last summer, I'm going to refer to this a lot because I had a lot of experiences when I was out west, especially being up on the mountain for 7 days. I'll share that story later. I just feel like I really connected to Charlie. Can you please not? Hey, bud, thank you. You have a cat tree for that, not for my bed. Thank you. I feel like I really connected to Mary Magdalene and Jesus. And Mother Mary, like all three of them this summer, or last summer, really. I just feel like I really got close to feeling their energy and what they feel like, you know, their spirit. So anyway, I'll share more of that in other videos, but thank you for watching. If you've watched this far, I'll be doing more. My YouTube channel is going to be just about like really about all kinds of things. Like I posted yesterday about going on a hike through Mohegan. That was really fun. I hope that you took the virtual walk with me. I'll be taking more. I'll also be doing more of these readings too. And if you want your own personal reading, I am in no way an expert, but I do channel sometimes. Sometimes I can channel. I don't know. I can't plan for, you know, to be channeled by Jesus or Mary. But sometimes it happens at the most random times. Like, I don't know how some people, I guess it might be like a muscle that you practice with. I don't know, but I know some people can channel like that, you know, plan for it. I don't, not, at least not right now in my journey of life. So anyway, thank you for watching again for the 18th time I've said that. It's fine. Yeah, so thank you. I hope that you have a great night or day wherever you are, and stay tuned.